Well, hi guys, I'm Lit.
And I'm Coco.
So this week we spent a week just outside of Niagara Falls. We were in a city called
Heartland.
Heartland.
Yeah.
So about 30 minutes or so, 30, 45 minutes outside of Niagara Falls. We're about 30 minutes outside of a town called Darien.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what we got up to.
Yeah.
So let me see. One night we found out there was a few 80s bands that were actually coming to play at the Darien Event Center. It's in the town of Darien, and it's actually located at the Six Flags amusement park. So I would say, you know what, if you're gonna go have a day of riding rides, and then maybe check out what concerts they have.
Yeah, definitely Google online. The whole week we were here, there was some really good bands, but we did end up picking one. What did we see? What did we see?
So the opening act was one of my 80s favorites. It was Howard
Howard
Jones.
Jones.
Oh, a good English 80s rocker. Um, and we have some footage. I'm going to throw up just some very minimal of the concert
Yeah.
footage because Coco likes to slit her wrists when I put up too much music.
It's too much.
So, and then the second band we saw were Berlin.
Mhm.
Really, really good as well.
Yeah.
And then the third band was Culture Club with Boy George.
Yeah, that was good.
So a lot of fun.
Yeah, the venue was really nice too. It's an outdoor venue. I mean, it was covered, which was nice because it rained.
Yep.
So we
And
didn't.
yeah, of course you pay the venue prices for the beers. You know,
Yeah.
they're like $17
Yeah.
a 24-ounce
Yeah.
beer, something like that. So
Yeah, but it was a fun night
it
for
was.
sure.
It
Yeah.
was. It
Yeah.
was. Seats in the arena are a little, I think, a little close together, especially for a stout fella like me. Um, but overall, it wasn't a sold out show, so it wasn't super
Yeah, it was
packed.
good.
Staff were friendly.
It was fine.
We had a good fun night. So
Yeah, that's good.
here's that little bit of footage for you. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that short snippet, if I
Yeah.
can keep it short. Um, so yeah, so then Monday we actually decided we went down to Niagara Falls.
Right.
So like I said, it was about a 30-minute drive, very pretty drive. We didn't weren't on the highway at all,
No.
which was really nice.
Right.
We got down there. We actually parked up at a public parking right by the Rainbow Bridge. It's the footbridge and little road bridge that takes you over into Canada. Believe it or not, the parking was only $10 for the
Right.
entire day.
Just good. Yeah.
Highly reasonable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we parked on, yeah, the New York side, of course, and then everybody been telling us that you have to see on the Canadian side, it's a better view,
Yep.
which 150% a better view. Like,
It was. So we started off
yeah,
on the New York side, and we kind of,
you really
you know,
couldn't see it.
walked around. You could
Yeah,
see the main falls just from the one angle.
right. Yeah, you really couldn't get the magnitude of it, of course. So we didn't do anything on that side. There are things to do on that side, of course, like boat rides and things similar to what you can do on the Canada side.
Yep.
I 150% recommend staying on the Canada side or doing the footbridge like we did. You do have to have a passport though to get through. What would they call it? Is that customs? Yeah,
Customs immigration.
Yeah, you have to have a passport, but the walk was what, 10 minutes, if
If that,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, a very short walk across. And then you get across and you have to show your passport to get into Canada. And everything is there. There's a casino. There's so much to do. That's what we first did is we saw the casino
Yep.
and
Yeah, we got some lunch.
yeah.
Threw some Canadian dollars.
Yeah, which is
which
cool.
if you've never seen the Canadian
Yeah, it's
dollars,
fun.
they're kind of odd.
Yeah. And then we decided to go, of course, see Niagara on that side, which was way better.
Yes,
I thought way
absolutely.
better. And then there's so many things you can do. Like I said, there's zip lining, there's the boat. I didn't want to do the boat. I don't really like the boats, but I think it's definitely worth it if you want. A lot of people get really wet though
Uh-huh.
on those boats. We decided to do the tunnel,
Yeah,
which is
we did a lot of walking. So our total
yeah,
mileage for the
yeah,
day, we actually walked just under 9
yeah.
miles
It's a lot of
in
walking.
about 7 hours.
Right. There are buses though that you can pay for to go around. We didn't think it was terrible
No.
though to walk around. I mean, just because you can walk alongside the falls, see all the angles of the falls, and then when we finally got to the place, it was called the tunnel.
Well, it's
Isn't it called the
no,
tunnel?
so so the place is the old power station. So it's the old Waterfalls Power Station, which the attraction itself is the tunnel.
Right. That's what it's
but
called, the tunnel.
but you have to find the power station.
Right. But that's when you're booking it or looking at the thing. It's called the tunnel.
Yep.
So.
And it was 28 Canadian dollars.
Right.
So about 20 US, somewhere around there.
Right, per person.
So so we walked all the way up there. You get in a glass elevator. It
Which
takes
is
you
cool.
takes you down about 180 feet.
Yep.
And then you walk the original tunnel where the water used to exit out through the power plant.
Right.
So you walk the 2,200 feet, I think it is, to the end.
Right.
And
The tunnel is very long, so if you're not you don't want to do all that walking, it may not be for you. But it was one I would recommend for
Yep.
sure. Because then you do that tunnel, you walk through the tunnel, and then you get to the observation deck.
Yep.
And you can see the falls so much better
Yeah,
there.
you're
So
pretty
cool.
much at the foot of the falls.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you got wet. They did have ponchos if you wanted one, but you didn't. We didn't get wet. At least this time of year, we're end of July when we were here, so
Yeah, and the nice thing is pretty much every attraction offers free ponchos.
yeah, they're free.
They're reusable. They're the thin, cheap ones, but they would keep you dry, I guess, if the
Right.
mist is kicking up too much.
Right. I mean, it is always free to go to the park. You can you don't have to do any of the attractions. It's free.
Yeah.
There's nothing to pay except for parking. Of
parking,
course.
and then it costs $1 for the walk-in bridge, but you only pay it when you are going back from the Canadian side back
Into
in
the
to the
U.S.
US, and
Yeah.
it's $1 Canadian, so
Right.
it's equivalent of like 75
Right. And
cents or
that's the
something
only
like that.
cost, right? And then, so we did that tunnel, which was excellent. Highly recommend. There's
Yep,
a
and
museum
yeah,
there.
you got the museum about how the power station was when it was built.
Hmm.
The attraction there has only been open since July of last year.
Right, right. We did find that
Um,
out. It's really new.
so
Yeah,
it's new, so I don't
I
think
loved it.
many people kind of know about it. And the crowds, we literally went in, got right on the elevator, went right
Yeah,
down,
no waiting.
no waiting, there's no tour guide, so you literally are just walking at your own
Yeah,
pace.
yeah.
You don't have time restrictions or anything else.
Right, it's really
So,
nice.
so we did that.
Hmm.
Then after that, we went back to the main welcome center. And a lot of these you do have to buy the tickets. So our advice is if you're there early enough, go look at what the package deals are because you will save some money if you're looking to do
Multiple things.
more than a couple of attractions.
Right, right. And so the one that we also did right after the tunnel was called Journey Behind the Falls. And that one has a time. You have to get time slots when you buy the
Correct.
tickets. However, you get a time slot, and we got like 5 o'clock, let's say, and we got in line at 5 o'clock, but it took us another 30 minutes, almost like an amusement ride, to walk and stand going through.
Going down the
Yes,
rope trail
it was,
inside the
oh,
building.
it was horrible. Waiting.
They take your picture and then you're standing there and you're literally um, standing behind the group of the time slot before you. So
Right.
we were lucky enough to get kind of close to the front of our time slot. I think if you were in the back, it would take even
Probably an
longer,
hour.
but it still took us a good 30 minutes just to kind of slowly walk the little path inside the building.
Right, because now you're waiting to get on another elevator to go. It's kind of similar to the other that's called the tunnel, but this one you go 120 feet down.
Yep,
Is that
120
what it is?
feet down. There's not a glass elevator. You get down to the bottom. There are two sites that you can see. There's one and it's a window behind the mist,
Behind the
and
falls.
behind the falls. So you literally can't see through the falls, but you see the power of the water, and you get wet kind of standing there.
Right, that one is more. It is pretty slippery too when you're walking. Not as much walking, but to get to see behind the falls is what they would say.
Yep.
Whatever. You definitely want to wear a poncho, I think, because you get more wet, but slippery. I thought too. Really wear comfortable shoes. Maybe grip shoes if you're going to
Yep.
do those attractions because it was very.
Yeah, so you got that, and then the other side you kind of walk out, and there's another observation deck, and that one you do get wet. There's a lot of
Yeah,
the mist. Very pretty though,
it was. Yeah,
absolutely gorgeous.
right, right. But for
So
the time that you have to wait to see it, I guess, and then you basically get
and
another line to get back on the
yeah,
elevator to get
yeah.
out of there.
So yeah, like I said, a lot of standing. So if you're not comfortable standing, there's no. I don't believe they allow wheelchairs.
Mm-mm.
So you truly have to be able to stand and walk
Right,
for
right,
periods of time.
right. And those are the only two things that we did. Out of both of those, I'd recommend the tunnel one more, I think.
Yep,
The
down at
one,
the power station.
the power station one, that one was way better. We didn't, like I said, there's boats and things, and um,
Coco doesn't do boats, she doesn't do water, so
well, we have lots of footage of us different places, but I just wasn't feeling it. And everybody said you just get drenched on the boat. So,
yeah,
but maybe if you don't, it's your thing. It's
yeah,
fun to do
yeah.
for sure. And I enjoyed everything about it, though. I mean, I loved it. This trip was probably close to my Graceland,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
it was way above my Graceland.
Yeah, I loved it.
But yeah,
And then we
and
walked,
then
remember?
we walked around, we walked into the different shops because we were there. I believe it's Ontario.
In Ontario,
Yep,
right?
in
We're on
Ontario.
Ontario.
So we just kind of walked around areas of Ontario, went into different gifty shops and just different stores.
So right up the main street, right by Niagara Falls, there's tons of things to do for kids
Oh,
too. Arcades
arcades.
and things like that. Yeah, lots
Yeah.
of restaurants. There's that big Ferris wheel you could do. Lots of cool things for kids too in the area. So I think it's,
Yeah. Yeah. Highly, highly recommended. So,
yeah, it's fun.
yeah, if you make it over to Niagara Falls, definitely take your passport and absolutely go over to the Canadian side.
Mm-hmm.
Some people said they drive. The only thing is you got to look out for if you drive across. We did hear from one of our neighbors, they had a friend that I don't know if there was a crash on the bridge, but they literally sat on the
Yeah,
bridge for 4 hours
right. So
in
you,
their car. So
right. I mean, for us, it was the walking was easier. I felt like, but
absolutely, and there's duty free.
yeah,
So duty free when you came back, I got a whole bunch of English candy,
yeah, it's good.
just because it's been a while since I've had good English candy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was good overall. I loved it.
oh,
Loved it. Highly
absolutely,
recommend Niagara
yeah.
Falls. It just, I think you need to see it one time.
Oh,
Just, it's so
I,
great.
for me, I could go back and see it multiple
Yeah,
times,
me
multiple
too.
trips.
Me too.
So unlike Graceland.
Hey, I could go back there.
So, so guys, next week we should be in Ohio.
Yeah.
So we'll see what fun we can get up to while we're there.
Yep.
So don't forget, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. It's going to pop up here somewhere at the end of the video. Also, give us that thumbs up. Let us know you appreciate the video. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you've been to Niagara Falls. Let us know if you've been over into Ontario.
Hmm.
Let us know if you rock the 80s bands. So, so yeah. So until next time, guys, have a good week. Bye bye.